everybody, it's Lauren. I just wanted to say this whole, yeah, I want to backtrack a bit on the Muslim ban thing. I don't support it, actually. I've looked at it, and sorry. I just I don't like it, but I don't know. I'm kind of stuck in the middle in a way. I don't support it, but I'm not thing. Anyway, with that out of the way, I just wanted to talk a little bit about this whole thing of using Jews as props, as now that the Republicans are in office, that they are, that now that they have power, they care so much about Israel and all of that, fun stuff. But I think more of the fact that I'm tired of people using, thinking that, oh, you're going to score brownie points if you stand up for Jews and just, say it, but you don't actually back it up with your actions. Like this outrage over the Holocaust Remembrance Day. God. So Trump didn't mention Jews. I think we knew what we were talking about. We knew he was meant, it is implied, he meant Jews, also homosexuals and blacks. And you really want to stand up for Jews? Stand up for Israel. Stand up for the only democracy in the Middle East. Have this faux sense of outrage or this faux sense of, oh, I'm superior. No, that doesn't really work in my book. You're just in the smallest little things that you really want to know about. You really want to know what goes on in a Jewish family? Go to Chabad or go to a bar bat mitzvah. That's what you can do. Or Holocaust. Here's a great book, Mouse, by Art Spiegelman. I read this. It's actually a comic book or a graphic novel. It's a true story. Look. And what's amazing about it is that it's all animals. The mice are Jews, the Nazis are the cats, there are pigs who are other animals, there's other animals in there, but there's also is this as well. It's a true story about a man who was in Auschwitz. A book, but it's very fascinating. I really want to help people support Israel. When people start condemning Israel and start saying, oh, I'm supporting the BDS movement, no, you're silly. You look like an idiot. I'll put a link to purchase those two books in the comments below because they're actually quite good. I've read them from somebody. And it's a true story. Art Spiegelman is the son and whose story it's about. It was his father who has passed away, but it was quite interesting. It's quite an interesting book, and it's quite fun to read too. It's like a page turner. You're just like, oh my god, what happens next? What happens next? And there's also some joyous moments in it. It's about a Jewish man who, of course, Spiegelman. Oh, that's Jewish, duh. But it's about a man who is fighting death, and and he's the way the book is laid out in a way where it's very interesting to see. Sorry if my camera's a little screwy. I don't know what's going on right now with my computer. But I feel like the idea that you're using Jews as just props, like, oh, we have to protect Jews because, the Nazi. No, okay, here's the thing. It's not even, its definition is so nebulous now. It's not even describable. But what I'm going to say is this. People do a lot of things that are supposed to offend Jews or whatever. There was a guy in Wales, I'll put a link in the description about this, who taught his little pug to do the Heil Hitler thing. I thought that was flippin' hilarious because I knew this guy meant no harm in it, because he said, I have Jewish friends, and I've shown my Jewish friends, and they laugh because they know that I'm not like that. I did it as a joke, and he got arrested for it. I think that is so wrong. I mean, yeah, it's wrong to paint swastikas on synagogues and things like that. Yes, it's wrong, and you should be punished for it because it's stupid. You just click off. That costs money, and it sucks. Things. And besides, they hardly ever get the swastika right. They always do it backwards. It's kind of silly. But I think the idea of what it actually means to be Jewish, it means that you support Israel. You stand up for what's right. You give tzedakah. You give you go to synagogue whenever you can. You give to the poor. It's not even just that, but it's also the fact that you give to not just people but animals and the trees. We have a holiday called Tu B'Shvat, which actually is a holiday that represents and celebrates trees, that they give us life. And it's quite wonderful. I don't know any other mainstream religion that celebrates the trees. It has a specific holiday for the trees. It's quite fascinating when you think about it. It's quite beautiful. But I'll say that if people want to say, oh, Trump didn't mention Jews on Holocaust Remembrance Day, whatever. We knew what he was talking about. We knew that's what he was talking about, Jews and others. Because, it's like, and I think that people, they think, oh, I'm going to get brownie points because I'm standing up for Jews. No, you are not going to get any brownie points from me. Sorry, yours are 0. If you think that, oh, just because I'm going to stand up right here and yell because, there's this or whatever, go away. You're silly. I think, this Muslim ban is how World War II started, or Nazi Germany. Read your fucking history. I'm a history buff. Awards in high school for history, and I studied it in college. However, I'm not actually a history major, but I still love it. Here's the thing. There are no rules here right now, and I don't expect them to come, that say Jews have to be separated. It started as a separation, that Jews had to start separating from the other population so they could identify them. It started as a separation and identifying who was Jewish. You had to put, things that signified your business was Jewish, which was kind of evident in Nazi Germany or before Nazi Germany because of what was going on. But the point is that it just kept going. Now, the idea that Jews have to put, stars on their hearts because of whatever. No, that's not happening. It never will. I think that that's going to happen. If you really want to stand up for people who are Jewish, you stand up for the people who fight in the IDF, who their lives to move to Israel and to do mitzvah and and to celebrate young men and women who mitzvahs, which is so important. When you're 13, it's kind of like a quinceañera when you're 15, 16, but it's so much more. Finally become a Jewish adult, and that is something I will always cherish. My bat mitzvah was February 16th, 2008, and I will never forget that day. It was awesome. Flip. Oh my God, it's been almost like 8 years, I think. Oh, fuck. It's 9 years, maybe. Oh my God, I'm so old. I'm 22. This is weird. This is fucking weird. Okay. It just, you have to if you really want to stand up for Jews, don't use them as props. Don't get angry when, oh, Trump said this, or Steve Bannon is a anti-Semitic person. Steve Bannon isn't an anti-Semite if I met one. I know anti-Semites. Steve Bannon is not an anti-Semite. Yeah, he might have said things like that were weird and kind of anti-Jewish, but whatever. For God's sakes, he employed Ben Shapiro at Breitbart. And Milo, gay, Jew, duh. I don't understand. So if Steve Bannon really was an anti-Semite, I don't know if Milo Yiannopoulos would be at Breitbart or something, or whatever. Stop using me as a prop. Stop using this necklace here. Stop using this symbol as a prop. Jewish women, as a collective. No, we're all individuals. And you want to know the funny thing is that I have forgiven Germany for what they did, because the people who fought in Germany and died in Germany, that was so long ago. And I'm not saying we should forget, but I'm saying that I forgive them. Why are they committing cultural suicide? I don't understand. Yes, your history has been very sordid and very distractive and destructive, whatever. Point is, you caused 2 world wars and you fucked up a little bit. Hey, everybody fucks up. I guess not as badly as Germany, but, point is that you have to realize the amount of shame and of upset that Germans feel right now. It's very palpable. And as somebody who's born a Jew, I'm like, I forgive you. Israel has been like, hey, Germany, we forgive you. Like, let's work together on these different things. And they have. But at the same time, there's still people who want to use me as a political prop. That, oh, you're offending the Jews. Yeah, really? Why are you lumping me in a collective of Jews who, yeah, maybe be offended by some little thing, but whatever. I'm not sure what you want me to say. Great. No, I'm going to say, go away. Get off your fucking high horse and go away. You do not speak for me. Don't use me and my religion as a prop. Don't use my culture as a prop. Please stop. It is not okay. Stop trying to think that you know everything about being Jewish. I don't even know everything about being Jewish. I only know what I know because I've experienced what I have. That's it. But at the same time, my father was raised Jewish. His father and his grandfather. My family came from Eastern Europe. I'm actually on Ancestry.com right now, and I'm looking at my family. We came from Eastern Europe, all Jews. Just amazing. Just from Romania, Russia, Poland, Ukraine, Prussia, everywhere. We came from that. We came from strife and struggle. And you know what Israel means? To struggle. To struggle. We struggle every day. But without that struggle, we have what is life to me? What is life going to be? There is no way that, if I don't struggle, it's like you have to fight for what you believe in. You have to fight. But you can't fight violence and petty. You have to use your words. You have to use your ideas. You have to bring up the evidence. You have to show people. You really have to work so hard. And that is why stop using Jews as political props. They're not. We are not a fucking collective. We are not some hive mind. We're not. Stop it. I don't want to be used as a political prop. That is not cool. Yeah, it's free speech. You can do that, but it'll help. I wish people would stop using Jews as just some prop, or, blaming, saying, oh, that's anti-Semitic. Really? No, that's not really anti-Semitic as much as it is intellectual or stupid. Is the BDS movement. Real anti-Semitism, Muslim Brotherhood coming after Jews. The real anti-Semitism is having Hitler Youth Week on a fucking college campus. Or the fact that Jewish students at some universities are beat up because they're Jewish. Or the fact that the you know, MSA, the Muslim Student Association, likes to target Jews. That's anti-Semitism. What about standing up for that? You know, look at Ben Shapiro. I'll put his podcast in the description, but he's an Orthodox Jew. You know, I think stop using Jews as political props and stop trying to think that just by, you know, having them on, you know, oh, you know, you're defending Jews. What are you backing it up with? I mean, you look at Ayaan Hirsi Ali. She defends Jews, but she also she doesn't just say it, she does it. She goes and says, yes, here's a problem. I am a part of this solution. You know, there's so many great videos of her defending Israel, which is so awesome. Anyway, I think you guys get the point. Again, you can say what you want, but don't use me as a political fucking prop. It just sucks. Anyway, I have to go. I will see you guys in the next video, and all the description stuff will be in the link. All the links will be in the below. When I get the chance, because I'm still, you know, I just started school, so, you know, I'll update you on that. And, yeah, I will see you guys later.